Hello there, Lazy Man Racing here for another NASCAR Heat 4 video. And big news in the in the kind of real world at the moment. Jeff Gordon is making a comeback for the Pro Invitational, NASCAR's iRacing Pro Invitational event. We're currently on NASCAR Heat 4, but you know what, that doesn't prevent me trying to make the delivery and give you the good news that he's going to be racing at Talladega for that race. And as a Jeff Gordon fan, a man who's met him as well, which is a big deal for someone in the UK, that this is quite cool. So I'm going to do his delivery, we're going to do Talladega, and you know, just speak about how good that is. So we're going to need the Chevrolet Camaro, because it is a Chevrolet Camaro, as you can see in the reference picture. And we will be going, where is it? Let me find the, where is it? Where's that paint scheme? There we go. It's the same one. That's the one. So let's go all the way to the left and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across. And now we want to try and replicate this dark blue, I believe. So it's going to be, let's mix around with the dark blues, have an experiment, see what takes our fancy. So we'll go with that one. And we want this to be slightly lighter. And I'm only going for the stock blues at the moment to get a rough idea on building this car. So all in all, I'm not a fan of how dark that dark blue is. Oh, come on, stop moving around. There we go. So for starters, I'm going to adjust this one to be darker. And I'm going to go into the custom paints this time. We're going to go all the way to the top and we're going to nudge it down a bit to about there. So 5th from the bottom. About 5th from the bottom, yeah. Maybe go a bit lighter because of the way this paint scheme is. Though it is the best to replicate this livery, it's also quite difficult at the same time. So we're going to go for the 2nd from the bottom. We're going to darken it up a bit. No, it's alright. So now we lighten this one up a bit to try and go for that splash effect that is on the car. And it doesn't look quite there, but it's not a bad attempt. So we're going to go for 24. We're going to still adjust this a bit, see if we can get this to look absolutely stunning. But this is all the process of making a custom livery on here. If you want to replicate a livery, you've got to experiment a bit. You've got to try a bit of this, try a bit of that, and it is a lengthy process, but it's also a very rewarding process when you've got lovely people on YouTube subscribing to you. So we're going to go for 24B. And we're going to make that the bright stock yellow. And we got the wheels to be a pure black. Yeah, 4 across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And so let's see if we can sort out these colours a bit better. So for the base paint, we'll try this and we'll try and knock it down to about there. Okay, that doesn't look too bad, to be fair. I quite like that blue. So that's the 3rd blue from the top and it's the 4th from the bottom in the custom parts. So in stripes, we want the customs again, and we're going to go to 2nd from the top, and we're going to start playing around trying to replicate that lightness. And you know what, actually, if we go 5th from the top, that doesn't look completely wrong. And we may do the same here, or we could go for that. It's not bad, I must admit. I may darken this one up a bit. So we go 3rd from the bottom. And that looks about there, to be honest. Let's try and replicate some of the logos and see where we're at. And we will be going for Veeam because of the round logo, the Pepsi logo. You could go. You can't even see the Valvoline logo on there, can you? But that's red and whitish, so could go for that if you're feeling a bit adventurous. But we're looking for big bold white Pepsi logo, and there is not one. You could go for the Napa. No, definitely not. what we want red, white and blue sort of logo, and there isn't really one really as such, so go for Nationwide. But I feel Rheem, because of the round logo, be your best shot there. For the side logo, it is a Pepsi logo again, so I think we're going to go and stick with Rheem because of the roundness of the logo, and yeah, legitimately that is what I'm going with. So so now we have got the AXA logo, and that is on the side of the car, and you could have that, but well, unfortunately it's not the logo which is on the side of the car, which is bold white writing, and that's why we're going to go for Brandt. It doesn't show up completely well because of the lightness of the colour, but we're going to stick with that. And here we'll probably go Brandt again, to be fair. All that's because it shows off nicely on the blue right there. There we go. And right here we can go for Brandt again, or you could go for Rheem, and I'm going to go for Brandt. So all in all, that's my attempt at trying to replicate this car. Tell me what you think in the comments, good or bad. It's a nice attempt, I must admit. It's yeah, I'm content. I bet it's going to look better on track, definitely. We may. I'm still tempted to make it a bit darker to match it. So we could go. We've got to knock it down one notch, and we'll try and match these blues together as well. So it's going to be about. Just try and think. So we go. So I think that's going to be our final bit there. So what we do, I'm actually going to set that to be a bit darker to match. So remember this, we go for the third from the top in the custom paints, and we go from second from the bottom. As for the stripe one, we go from second from the top, and we go from fifth from the top in the custom parts. And for stripe number 2, we go for the third from the bottom, and we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the bottom. I'd love to see what you guys do to try and replicate this livery. And let's go to Talladega to replicate the race that Jeff Gordon will be making his world famous comeback in. So here we are at Talladega. Hopefully Jeff Gordon does not start the Pro Invitational this low in the pack, but yeah, it's not a bad livery, I must admit. You can see where I'm gone with it. You see where I've tried to replicate the livery, so you know what? It's not completely bad, I must admit. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys will watch the Pro Invitational this weekend, which will probably be today, tomorrow, or around this sort of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope to see you for my next NASCAR Heat 4 video. Until then, enjoy a bit of the NASCAR action here at Talladega. And remember, like and subscribe.